So, something big happened yesterday in the world of science. This is one of those defining moments that will shift the direction of the research landscape in Europe. What actually happened? So, on the 16th of April 2026, the text of an open letter sent by the ERC President Maria Lipton to the panel members, the grantees, and other stakeholders was released. The Scientific Council is responding to the sharp increase in applications, which is placing growing pressure on peer reviewers and the ERC executive agency. ERC essentially has, the European Research Council has a bunch of grant lines, mainly ERC Starting Grant, ERC Consolidator Grant, ERC Advanced Grant, ERC Synergy Grant, ERC Proof of Concept Grant, and ERC Plus Grant, which is a new one that has been introduced since 2026. And the grant amount ranges anywhere between 1.5 million to 10 million. Except for the ERC proof of concept, where the grant amount is 150,000 for 18 months. So we are talking in millions here, right? Millions of euros that are given out to excellent researchers who are at different career stages in research institutions in Europe. Now, because it's a huge amount and it's a very prestigious and very competitive grant, the evaluation process is quite elaborate. So typically ERC has 91 peer review panels, and each panel has a bunch of experts and evaluators from that particular discipline or that field of work. Each panel is expected to handle somewhere between 50 to 150 proposals. However, in the recent years, because the number of applications has risen sharply, some panels have been handling more than 250 applications, which is well beyond the capacity. And ERC expects that this trend will continue to persist, which is quite alarming. In order to handle this huge pool of applications that they are getting, ERC has added more number of panel members to each of the panels, but there has to be an upper limit as to the size of each of the panels. And this is determined by the practical constraints and how panel functions as a group. Now, ERC has exhausted all its resources to curb this. So this is why the ERC is going to have stricter application rules and the eligibility rules. However, it is important to note that the first-time applicants who are applying for 2027 calls should also be aware that the Scientific Council may need to impose similar restrictions in 2028 and 2029 calls. So 3 calls we are talking about, so 27, 28, and 29. If you apply in 2027 calls and your application does not go through, this could also mean that you are not eligible to reapply for the 2028 and 2029 calls. And this means that anyone applying for this year should really consider carefully if this is the right time to apply. And in some cases, it might be wiser to postpone an application to allow the proposal to mature further and improve its chances of being selected for the funding. This is what the official open letter from the president of the ERC says. Now, what does this mean practically for the applicants of the 2027 calls? First of all, the eligibility windows for starting and consolidator grants have been increased. So until now, for the ERC starting grant, I think the window was that you should have defended your PhD thesis between 5 to 7 years or something like that. And for consolidator, it was 7 to 12 years since the defense of your PhD. Before that, you are eligible. Now, for the new applicants of the ERC starting grant in 2027, the applicant must have defended their PhD no more than 10 years before 1st of January 2027. And for consolidator grant in the 2027 call, the thesis defense must have been somewhere between 5 to 15 years before the 1st of January 2027. This is quite a significant shift because the years for eligibility has been increased by 3 years for both starting and consolidator grants. And this means that the starting grant or consolidator grantees will wait until the 15-year mark in case of consolidator, and starting grants will wait maybe until the 10 years since they have applied, because this would mean that they have higher chances of getting the funding. This is unfair for younger scientists, younger in the sense of their career stage. In addition, applicants may have only one proposal under evaluation at any given time, except for the proof of concept calls. The proof of concept are the 150,000 for 18 months. Another very important is that for synergy grants, all PIs must remain eligible throughout the evaluation process. Now, the new resubmission restrictions that you should know, there are three main things. Applicants who have received a C score at step 1 in the 2024, 2025, or 2026 synergy grant calls, or a B score at step 1 in the 2025 and 2026 synergy grant calls cannot apply to the ERC Synergy Grant 2027. The second thing for you to know is that applicants who have not passed step 1 of the 2026 ERC Plus grant competition cannot apply to ERC Plus grant in 2027. Then the third important thing for you to know is that applicants who have received a C score at step 1 in other three main grant calls of 24, 25, or 26, or a B score at step 1 of those calls in 25 or 2026 cannot apply to any 2027 ERC main grant calls, including Synergy and ERC Plus. Advanced Grant 2026 applicants cannot apply to Synergy Grant 2027 irrespective of their result. This is quite a lot of information. These are quite a lot of changes, but all of these sort of make sense for people who are well integrated in the ERC ecosystem. If you're planning to apply for the ERC grants with deadlines between summer 26 to summer 27, it is really important to check if you are even eligible to apply for these grants. And the second thing you should check is if now is the right time for you to apply for these grants. This is really important. The implications of this new restrictions go beyond the European Commission or the ERC itself, because if ERC is tightening the eligibility criteria for the submissions to curb the rise of application numbers, this means that the scientists who are submitting these applications will start focusing more on the national and the regional grants. Maybe the ERC application numbers will reduce, but the national and regional application numbers will rise significantly, because making the application criteria stricter for the ERC grants does not address the root cause of the problem, and that is the funding. It all comes down to money, of course. Scientists are going to continue to need funding to pay their salaries, to pay their team salaries, to pay all the overheads, and for the research itself. This is alarming because it shows that there is a lot of demand but not enough supply, and supply is now gated, and the restrictions are getting stronger and stronger when it comes to the funding for research. So this also means that if you are applying not just for the ERC but any of the grant proposals or research proposals that you are writing, it is important now more than ever for you to work with a scientific communicator at the proposal writing stage, because the competition is getting stronger, and in order for your proposal to stand a chance to get the funding, it is really important that your research is explained in the best way possible, and you as a scientist are also positioned in the best way possible. Take this seriously. In a way, I also understand from the funding agency's perspective that while I hope that they are trying to get more funding for the research in general, I understand it from their perspective that they need to do something about it. But yeah, as a scientist, you have to be really smart, you have to be really clever and strategic about where you are spending time, what application you are spending time on, and how you're working on these proposals. So this is really important. My name is Pranoti Kshirsagar, and I will try to keep you posted about the ERC and the funding system in Europe. If you like this video, or if you are listening to this on Spotify, make sure you are following the Science Talk podcast and subscribe to the newsletter so that you can keep getting the latest updates. It's not all doom and gloom. Scientists are quite resilient, and they are very resourceful as well. So scientists will find a way, like life will find a way.